Today we are going to be talking about how I lost my parents in 2021 and 2022, just a few years before, unfortunately, I lost my children and late husband. If this is triggering to you, please click off the video. Remember, this is just a short video and a short description of how I lost my parents. There is more details, and if you would like to see that, please comment below. Please also comment below if you have lost someone in your family and how you have picked up the pieces and tried to move forward. This story starts in October of 2021. My mom was visiting my sister like she always did. She flew from Florida to Michigan to visit my sister and have her yearly heart exam. On the day of my mom's heart exam, she drove to the hospital. After getting off the exit, she was rear-ended by a truck coming from behind her. She was in a little tiny rental car, so the accident was quite significant. The EMTs and police on scene actually thought that she died at the scene. Unfortunately, she did make it to the hospital and she had a craniotomy done. They were able to relieve pressure from her brain and she was able to be in the ICU. That morning, my sister called me and told me that Mom had a car accident. I didn't know what that meant, but I knew that I had to get back to Michigan as soon as possible. I remember leaving my school and going home and booking a flight to Michigan. I then got on a plane and flew straight here. The next day, Mom was still in ICU. She was not improving until about the third or fourth day when we walked into the hospital room, and we always announced that we were there, saying our names and saying, "Hi, we're here." She said hi in a whisper, and then she also responded to the nurse that asked her name. These were good signs, and we thought that she was going to be okay. At least I did. I'm not a nurse, and I don't know medical stuff. My sister, on the other hand, knew that she had a long road ahead of her. My sister has a medical background. She continued to be in the ICU, and they did another surgery after I left to go back to Arizona. After that surgery, she ended up actually declining, and a few weeks later, in November of 2021, she passed away in the hospital. My dad also was heartbroken over this. They were married for 42 years, so this was devastating. He also had health issues. He also was a diabetic and had renal failure. If you don't know what renal failure is, it's kidney failure. He had kidney failure because he was a type 1 diabetic from a young age. He tried his best to live without my mom, but it was too difficult. He didn't know how to cook. He didn't know how to clean. He didn't know how to do everything because my mom always did it for him. My sister and I really tried to help the best we could. We helped him cook. My sister used FaceTime and would sit for an hour to 2 hours and help him cook a meal via FaceTime. My aunt would go and clean his house. Other friends down in Florida would always come over and help him. Whatever he needed, they were there. However, from his sadness and his deteriorating kidneys, just in July of 2022, he died of renal failure, just 8 months after my mom's death. This was a huge blow to my sister and I. Through this hard time, we have become closer. We were always pretty close, but we're 8.5 years apart. I'm younger than she is. And so that always was kind of strange, having a sister so much older. But the deaths of our parents and having to bond together really has made us stronger. Our whole family, to be honest. If I didn't have them and my faith, and my friends, I wouldn't know what to do. Now I'm sitting here, just 3 and 2 years after my father's death, and 3 years after my mother's death. And I'm sitting here alone, without my children or my husband, with another loss. And you know what's helping me get through it? My everlasting faith and hope in Jesus, my love for my family and friends, and just all of the support that everybody has been giving me. Please make sure that you're always kind and always abound in hope. Thank you.